Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's briefing. The topic today is, are you asking yourself the right questions? All right, everybody, welcome back to this briefing topic episode of The Squad Room. I'm your host, Garrett Tesla. Of course, if you're listening for a while, know that we have long-form shows, and we have just started doing some of these smaller, short-form or shorter episodes on a particular topic, a particular question, something that's specifically on my mind. So today, I want to share with you something that I've been doing for about the better part of a year. Not every day, but on and off, and it's something that I've been using a lot recently. And I thought that it might be something that we can bring to the audience here that might help you out. We've had people on the show talk about meditation and those sorts of things in their morning routine that help them. And I've struggled with meditation, and it's something that I still am trying to accomplish, but I just haven't been able to lock down that habit. But what I have been able to do is start journaling with some success. And I have found that journaling in all of its forms has allowed me to get some of the stuff out of my head and down on paper, helps me produce these shows a little bit better, but also helps me plan my day much better, and so forth. So, I mean, as I'm talking, I'm looking at 3 different journals I'm writing in at various times that are sitting in front of me right now. And a little over a year ago, I started a new one, and it's in the front page of this journal that I started to write 5 questions that I wanted to focus on, or things that I wanted to be on the top of my mind every day that I wrote in my journal, but also top of my mind every day when I went to work, when I played with my kids, when I went on a date with my wife. These 5 questions are things that I don't know where I got them. They just kind of came to me. And I put them in the front page of this journal because it was something that I intended to answer every day as I wrote. And if I couldn't get to writing, I tried to answer them just in a moment of quiet while I'm in the car. And I have found that some of these questions will pop into my head as I'm trying to make decisions about food or decisions about should I have that other beer, those sorts of things. And I found them to be helpful, so I wanted to share them with you. The first of the 5 questions is a pretty straightforward one. But it's a question. The simple question is this what you want? And the question's intended to mean both macro and micro kind of perspectives on things. Is this what you want? This could be what is right in front of you. It could be while you're standing there in the frozen food aisle of the store. Is this frozen pizza what you want, or is your health and fitness what you want? Is this that you're facing right in front of you right now? Is this what you want? When I use this in the context of the day, this question is really posed into, is what am I doing that day something I want to be doing? And I know that we all have stuff that we have to do that just has to get done. But if the majority of my day is spent doing things I don't want to be doing, something needs to change. So I often ponder my schedule for the day, what I think I have coming up. And I try to ask myself this question, is this what I want? And it, again, comes up in other areas as well. Out to dinner with my wife, and the dessert menu comes around. And is this what I want? Is dessert what I want? And maybe it is. Or maybe I want to forgo the extra calories because I'm trying to accomplish a goal. So number 1, is this what you want? Question 2, will this help you get to where you want to go? That's, again, a question that's meant to be something that can be journaled on, but also something that can be said to yourself when you're out and about, when you're doing your job, when you're out with the family again. Will this help you get to where you want to go? Now, back to that dessert example I just used. Where I want to go personally, I want to go towards health and fitness and towards feeling comfortable in my own skin and in clothing that fits. So, no. The answer to that is no. The dessert does not fit. It does not help me get to where I want to go. For someone else who is, for example, facing that same dessert, but they are super disciplined with their food and they're on their cheat meal and they're out and about because they deserve it, then they could say yes, that same dessert is something that will help them get to where they want to go because celebrating the cheat meal helps keep them on track the rest of the week. So it's a good example. The other thing, I do this with almost every activity I get involved in, and kind of like I said in the last question, it relates to if I'm spending my day doing things I don't want to be doing, Well, there's a reason for that, or there should be a reason for that. And if I'm not doing things I want to be doing, then it's not helping me get to where I want to go, either professionally or socially, emotionally or professionally. I said professionally twice. You get what I mean? But if I'm doing things that aren't helping me get to where I want to go, I need to stop doing those. Or at least I need to limit them and minimize them as much as I can. One thing I always feel guilty about, but for example, having someone who comes and cleans the house every 2 weeks. And it's 4 hours of work that I don't have to put in, that my wife doesn't have to put in, that we can spend doing spend our energy and our activity in our free time. Now we have 4 extra hours of free time to go do something else. We use that for podcasting, for writing, or playing with the kids, or all the stuff that we wouldn't be able to do if we didn't have that time. So number 2, will this help you get to where you want to go? Number 3, are your values and beliefs in alignment? Now, this is a tough one, and it's one that is good to journal on a daily basis. It's not necessarily one that you would go out into the world and ask yourself, but it's something that should be centered, or you should center on this question. For me, I center on to try and do that daily and find out where my values and my beliefs are out of whack, and where they are in fact in alignment. And you'll find, if you start to really break this down and think about the things that you do they align with what your values are? So a real obvious example might be that you value your health and your fitness, but you smoke. Those two things are not in alignment. You can't align something that you know to be bad for your health with an overall goal to be healthy. So that's an obvious one. You might value your family, but believe that it's okay to lie on the couch and play video games on your days off rather than engage with your children. Those things are not in alignment. And the more discord we have in those, the more discord we have in everything in our life. And the faster we can bring those things into alignment, the easier our lives become. And I found that for me, journaling on these things and journaling on why I think these things are out of alignment, or if they're in alignment, that helps me see some clarity. All right, so question number 4. Are you living with an open heart? Now, that one sounds all woo-woo and goofy, and it is in a lot of ways. But here's what I've found. When I have closed myself off to new experiences, when I've closed myself off to new people, I'm doing so out of fear. Sometimes it's out of fear of failure. Sometimes it's out of fear of rejection. It's fear of looking like an idiot. It could be all those things. But if I open myself up and I open myself to the ability to be receptive to people and to receive from people, then my life improves greatly. And I've said on the show before that one of the things that's been amazing about just this podcast in general, this project, is that when I am willing to step out and kind of be the most vulnerable I am on the show at times, those are the times that I get the most response from people. Those are the times where people email me their own stories and where I connect with people about that shared struggle that we are all engaged in. So I know for a fact that when I am open about those things, and I am open with my heart, for lack of a better term, that it is the most received from other people, and that's the message that gets to people the best. So am I living with an open heart? That could be in your relationship with your wife or your husband. Are you living with the goal of being open, or are you closed off? Has 20 years on the job just shut you down and prevented you or made it so that you just can't function with that idea of being vulnerable? And if that's the case, then you definitely need to start unwrapping that and unpacking those issues. And there's a lot of resources for that. Hopefully the show is one of them. But I think if you can answer yes to the question, are you living with an open heart, each day, you're going to have just a vastly different experience in life than if you live with a closed heart. All right, number 5. This one will sound familiar to those of you who know our episodes with Trevor Boehm. But number 5, what are you doing to be one day stronger? Trevor's tag is his copyright Traver. No, but Traver's key concept is just be one day stronger. Be better than yesterday. What can you do to be one day stronger than you were the day before, etc.? Better is better was actually the title of an episode we had. And so what am I doing to be one day stronger? That could be physically stronger, mentally stronger, emotionally stronger, professionally stronger, financially stronger, any of those things. But I should have something every day, at least one thing, and I honestly try to have more than that, but at least one thing every day that I can look at and say, okay, I did that better than I did yesterday. Or I did this. I updated our budget for the day or for the month, so I know how much we're spending, and I know that we have this much money that we need to save for. So I'm financially stronger than if I hadn't done that. Or, yeah, I went to the gym and did a different workout, and I'm just my decimal point stronger than I was yesterday, but it's still a progress. I read case law, or I read something and I did a briefing, or I investigated something that made me better, that made me more knowledgeable on my job, and I'm that much better at my job because of it. And I'm one day better. I'm one day stronger in my job. So those are great questions. Number one, again, is this what you want? Number two, will this help you get to where you want to go? Number three, are your values and beliefs in alignment? Number four, are you living with an open heart? And number five, what are you doing to be one day stronger? Those are my 5 questions. If you have something that you have as part of your morning routine or your daily routine, questions you ask yourself, I'd love to hear from you. You can hit me up on Instagram or Garrett@thesquadroom.net. Let me know what yours are, and would love your feedback if you institute any of these or implement any of these in your life and you find any success with them. So until next time, please take care of each other and stay safe.